Would you believe me if I said this thread represents the spirit of hundreds of women in Mexico? It looks delicate, but it is powerful, especially when bound together. It is a powerful look as Faustina, Margarita, Maria, and Gilberta gave me the first time I met them. It is a look that only empowered women can give. I met these young women and others when I became the new director of the Hunger Project Mexico. And I say to them, hola a todas! It is a pleasure to finally meet you. We have many things in common. We are moms, we are social entrepreneurs, and we are working for a Mexico without hunger and poverty. Then a woman asked, yes, who are you really? Why do you want to be here with us? An endless of numbers of questions follow from all the women in their textile cooperative. In 22 years in the field, no one never asked me such hard questions, never, I swear. They were interviewing me for a job as a partner. The women were so completely empowered, they spoke their minds without any fear. Their questions, the confident they look, it wasn't always that way. You see, in Chiapas, indigenous women face discrimination and violence every single day. They are seen as inferior to men. Their voices are not heard in conversations about politics, community development, or business. Indigenous women are not allowed to speak with other indigenous women. Outside of the communities, they often experience double discrimination because both of their gender and because of their ethnic origin. So, when the Hunger Projects first went to Chiapas in 2011, we were thrilled that 240 women chose to participate in our first Vision Commitment Action workshop. Together, the women create a collective vision for their future, and they form a textile cooperative. They could sell their handmade indigenous clothes and other indigenous textiles at a fair price. Faustina, Margarita, Maria, Gilberta were 8 years old at that time. They attended the workshop too, and they were listening. As moms envisioned their new future, the girls formed their own vision too. You see, for years, the girls watched as their mothers faced discrimination when they went to the only thread supplier in the region. They watched as their mothers were forced to pay 20 to 50% markup because they have no other options. They watched as their mothers struggled to be understood because no one spoke Spanish, the language of the store owner. They watched as their mothers were told, don't touch the threads, because they were women. Don't touch anything, you are dirty, because you were indigenous. The girls knew that their mothers could not ask for the colors they wanted. Their mothers had no say. The girls watched their mothers all their young lives. Now they are 20s, and they were ready to make the vision real that they had formed when they were just 8 years old. They will open their own thread supply store. Through it, they will stand with indigenous artists, including their mothers, providing them with thread at fair price. It will be the first thread supplier owned by indigenous women in the region. These young women leaders, along with another 51 women, mostly young, the second generation of women working with the Hunger Project, came together to build this future. They drew the victories, experience, and knowledge on the oldest women in the cooperative. They learned how to sort the threads. They learned how to write a business plan. They built the building by their own hands. They arranged the shelves, and they rearranged them. to make sure everything was perfect for the grand opening. They opened their thread store in June 2019. Today, no one pays 20 to 50% markup of the materials. Everyone can touch the threads, get the colors they want, and speak their own language. Their new profit margin that the young women can afford right now, the school supplies for their children, and seeds for the better crop yields. Together, they are taking their profits and reinvesting into their communities for women healthcare and for girls' scholarships, and they hire a teacher for the literacy. At the grand opening, they say, we can all artists in the regions to feel that we can support each other and not compete with each other. Today, we are reborn as butterflies that fly together towards the sun. The Hunger Project has partnered with 33 such indigenous communities across Mexico. In each community, indigenous women are setting their own vision for a future that is free from hunger. They are letting their vision to transform them, finding their voice, learning whatever they need to learn, directing their resources toward to the betterment of their communities. We have a long way to go in Mexico, and you know it. But thanks to the work with the Hunger Project, just all small investment in one generation of women is already causing a rapid transformation for the next generation of women in Chiapas. These generations of women, young and old, are weaving the way to a world that works for everyone. Muchas gracias.